So this was week 9 of EDAV, and we talked about the brain. We did a TED Talk and then watched a lot of videos and read chapters. And so the first video that I thought was really cool was how the brain develops, grows, and learns throughout our lives. And it was talking about how your brain develops from birth to, and ended about 25. And it was talking about by the time a child is born, the major brain structures are already in place, but as you grow, it goes from basic to complex skills, because as we grow, specific parts of our brains start to specialize and become more complex, which I never really thought about that before, but I think it's pretty cool. And then it said brain connections are constantly being formed and modified all throughout, while you're growing, and it doesn't stop when you're 25. It stops for it never really stops. And then in the beginning of your life, genes can help develop our brain, but as we grow up, the environment plays a more important role than genes do. But eventually the two start working together, and early in life, our perceptual and sensory systems become specialized and lay the foundation. Sorry, I thought that was going to my door. For language, social behavior, and emotion. And then it says the brain doesn't only need positive development or experiences to develop properly. And I think that's really cool, because I know a lot of early life experiences can cause problems, but if you look at it the way that early development doesn't get affected if you have a negative environmental thing, then it's a lot more positive, I guess, because I'll be working with children in my future career, and that's something that's hopeful. And then I also thought it was really cool when it said that perceptual and sensory systems, they lay the foundation for language, and that's what I want to do, is speech pathology. And so that's pretty cool to kind of hybrids the classes together. And then another thing I want to talk about was the memory and brain processes. And it said we have two basic memory processes: declarative and procedural and non-declarative. Declarative was memories from facts and events which occur primarily in the brain systems involving the hippocampus. And then procedural and non-declarative, which was the second one, was memory from skills or other cognitive operations or memories that cannot be represented in declarative sentences. So that was pretty cool. And then the last thing I want to talk about was the brain, the foundation of learning. And it says if the eye is deprived of the appropriate visual experience at an early stage of development, it loses its ability to transmit visual information into the central nervous system. But later, if the eye is corrected, it doesn't actually help. The correction alone did not help fix the problem. And then it also says when researchers looked at this phenomenon in monkeys, they found that the normal eye had captured a larger amount of neurons than the other eye, and the impeded eye had correspondingly lost those connections. So that was really cool, because your brain's always working, I guess, better than we are. So I thought this week was really cool learning about the brain. It reminded me a lot of my psychology classes, and I really liked those, so it was a good week.